Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. It's a Tier 8 German turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the northeast corner of Oyster Bay, and it's under the command of dealer of the MRALM clan. Or is that Mr. Alm? I've just looked at that and said, that could be a Mr. Alm. Game on! Well, this is one of the few vehicles in the game which actually does appear to have a crew, but that's actually a skin that was designed by one of the players way back, and as part of Aslains mods, whenever you select this one, it actually comes in and loads onto the Waffenträger. Now, it is the first of the Waffenträger that the Germans actually considered. They wanted to design a support vehicle that would actually go up with the tanks, and that would actually act as a tank destroyer to take out the heavy enemy tanks. Remember, the Germans were facing some pretty monstrous tanks coming at them from the Soviet side, the IS-2 and the ISs and the like. And so they needed something that could actually take these tanks out, especially the IS-2. The Waffenträger is basically a weapons carrier. It's an artillery piece mounted on top of a very sluggish tank. Doesn't have much in the way of horsepower. In fact, it's a very slow tank indeed. The engine horsepower is very, very, very low indeed. And so that's why this thing is so slow. It's only got 218 horsepower to play with, but it weighs 23 tons. So it's pretty sluggish, or it's anemic, you might say, if you're looking at it from that in that way. In fact, the thing is that they use parts of the suspension system from the Hetzer on it, because it shows you how desperate they were to try and find solutions that would work. The Hetzer had a reliable suspension system. This is not a Hetzer hull, by the way. It is actually a specially designed hull, but it is necessarily a very slow one. 35 kilometers an hour forward speed, 12 in reverse. And as you can see, it just moves very, very slowly because the howitzer, well, not the howitzer, this one is armed with the 128mm gun. It's got a long, thin gun, and that's capable of doing 490 alpha and 246, or is it 248? 246mm of pen. So, and that's with standard ammo. With the premium rounds, that goes up to 311 and a very high, much higher velocity. It is accurate. Oh, narrowly missed getting the G-saw. It's very accurate with the 128mm gun, but the top gun is a 15cm monster. It can do a lot more damage. It can actually do 750, but the thing is that it's not so accurate. So you have to take into account that if you want accuracy, select the 128, which is much like the Scorpion G, and if you want the heavy hitting, then go for the 15cm, but you're going to possibly miss a few shots along the way. The reload time is actually quite long as well. It's 11.03 seconds, and you can see here that dealer has got it down to 9.54, so he's knocked a couple of seconds off. Well, second and a half off. Now, the thing about this tank as well is its camouflage. You try to remain unspotted, because if you are spotted, then you can expect the enemy Arty to try and have a go at you, because, of course, this is one of those few tank destroyers which has no armor other than 20mm at the front and 10 at the sides. So if you do get a shell near it, it's going to take a lot of damage. So it's very much worthwhile firing at one of these, because if you get a pen, you are going to have a nice roll and possibly, well, you won't take it out with one shot, but you will severely damage it. It has 1100 hit points of health. So you couldn't take it out with one shot, but you can certainly wound him. And he does get a lovely shot in there, but it's a low roll. Oh, and it looks like our teammate actually got a shot into him as well, possibly the Kalana. So that G-saw is now missing most of his hit points. Oh, there's another G-saw. That's the 1008. Oh, that one hit the tracks. It went low. You could see that. That G-Saw's very lucky to still be alive. But he's backing up to try it again. And this time round, he doesn't mistake, and he actually gets it into the engine bay. But only 465 out of it. But the guy does go down to the Progetto. Okay, we've got a large number of enemy tanks trying to make it down in the south. Oh, that one went over the top of the Kalana. It looks like it did hit the cupola as it went over, but it didn't do much in the way of damage. And going for the sharp future. That's better. Yep, he did get a nice hit there. And the kill shot goes to the Kalana. Now, if you're wondering about the mod, by the way, it is, as I said, it's something that comes from Aslains. One of the players actually designed this mod, and you can see it's got a nice little crew. I wish they would do crew for most of the Artys as well. It'd be nice to have the crew showing. But of course, yes, they don't want to see the bodies. So if this vehicle ever does get knocked out, you won't see any corpses lying strewn over the vehicle. That convoy is kind of occupying that position. We did knock the trees over, but the problem is if you do knock trees over, it can sometimes be seen by other tanks, and they might be tempted to fire at the fallen tree to see if there's something there. I've done that myself and scored kills that way. Okay, so we're waiting for the enemy, who's killed all of our tanks down the south, to make their way up towards our cap. And there should be a whole bunch of them driving directly in front of our eyes at the moment. But I have the feeling that they know we're over here, and they're going to try and get to the cap from other routes. There's one. Yeah, he makes the mistake of being seen, and the convoy gets the kill on T103. And we spotted another one, and he must have gone around the back. And another Kalana, and an Object 263 as well. So it looks like they did all go around the back. We tried to get a shot on those, but couldn't. Oh, that was a good shot. The 263 took that one through the drive wheel. And it looks like the Kalana again got another kill. Yes, the other Artys to look for in this tech tree line are, of course, the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, which is basically a heavy gun mounted on top of a Panzer IV chassis. And the next one after that, of course, is the Gorilla 15. And the Gorilla 15 is just basically a huge gun mounted on top of a hull that came from a Panther tank. But of course, as you all know, the GW Panther never got designed because they wanted all of the all the Panther hulls to become tanks. And so, of course, none of the hulls were diverted to become Gorilla 15s. The enemy spotted. Can we get a shot? We might be able to. Oh, he does! It's a nice shot, and he makes him a one shot, and the convoy takes the kill. We were spotted, though, so he's pulling back. But that doesn't stop the enemy Arty from possibly into... Oh, yes! Predicted that one, didn't I? More than likely, the enemy Arty would, the moment they saw us, they knew what they would do. They'd fire in. The enemy Arty in this game is an M40, M43. We've got the same. And our M40's actually gone down the other north side of the base, so he's actually acting as lookout for us on the north side. So I have the feeling what's going on here is that Dealer's going to go round and try and take out one of them personally, face to face. The enemy Arty's still trying to get the convoy and the Kalana. Okay, so he's loading the APCR. He's expecting that somebody with heavy armor is going to be around the corner. Convoy, or not the Convoy, the Conqueror. And now the M451's been spotted. Have we got a shot? No, no shot at all. So we'll ignore that one for the moment and just deal with whatever's around the corner. We're going to get spotted the moment we shoot. We might even get spotted by proximity. There's the Kalana. He goes to the lower plate and gets the kill. And we didn't get spotted. That's good news. Makes me think that the Conqueror's not around. I would have expected the Conqueror to come at us immediately after we killed the Kalana. Dealer's trying to work his way back now so he can get a shot at either the M451 or the Scorpion. And somebody just went through the cap again. Now that could be the Conqueror repositioning. Well, the good news is Kalana takes out the Scorpion G. The bad news for us is we're about to go up this rise, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Conqueror is coming up behind us, trying to chase us. As we go up higher, he'll get spots. There he is. We'll have to turn the gun round. Can we get a shot on him? Oh, and he gets a good one, but we do get spotted. And there's the Arty shot, and he fails. He fired at where we were, not where we would be anticipated. Our Arty's spotted there, Arty. And he's trying to come up to kill us, but we're loaded. We've backed up against the rock. You need to change position just slightly. Conway, oh, there's the guy, yeah. Of course, we lost the Conway a while back. And now we've lost, well, the enemy's lost their M451 to the Kalana. The Conqueror's trying to get at us. Can we get a shot? Not yet. He's going to try and, oh, we take a big hit. It's very difficult for us to get a shot. He's trying to shoot down on this guy. If he leaps off this cliff, he's going to lose some hit points for that. At least that 373 is probably a low roll from a 120mm gun. Can't be certain which one he's got. Okay, he's going to try it. He pumps one in. Oh, we lost our ammo rack. Oh, that means we've got a very long reload now. We need the Kalana to help us. We're still in reload. Oh, come on, Kalana. Get a hit shot. Well, he does. Now we can take him. And we do. Thank goodness. Dealer, jumping off that cliff, took out his ammo rack, and he had to wait. He couldn't get it immediately, and now, because his first aid kit was, his repair kit was already used to fix his tracks after the jump. Because if we hadn't been mobile, he would have taken us for sure. But now the only remaining enemy is the M40, M43 to win this game. It's a complete turnaround because the enemy had the advantage. We were 2 tanks down to them at one point, and now we're 1 tank up on the enemy. Kalana's going to get there before us. But if I was in the M40, M43, I'd try and pick an ambush position so I can get shots on these guys as they go past. I might be able to take one of them out with a direct hit and then try and bluff the other one into thinking I've reloaded, and or go for a ram kill if I can. There he is. Now we might be able to get a shot on him. Can we get up that rise? He's turned to face us. And that's the kill shot that wins the game. He did get a hit on the Kalana, but it's all over. Well, surprisingly, that was the first ace tanker for dealer of MRALM in the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. He managed to get a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 8 in this one. And he also got a tank sniper for getting the most damage at a distance of 300 meters or more with at least 8 shots and 85% accuracy. His win 8 from that one, 5,050, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he ended up getting 3,573 hit points, which was the highest score in the game on damage, but sadly it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he missed out on the high caliber. Second highest damage was the GeForce 1008 on the enemy team with 3,087, and he earned most of his hit points early on in the battle, knocking out most of the enemy or our tanks who were trying to assault their base. And the third highest damage went to the Kalana on our team. The only other guy still alive, he got 2,575 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it was the Kalana and the M451 on the enemy team. Both got 4 kills apiece. 3 kills went to Dealer, and he's in second place. And third place, the Conway on our own team, and the M40, M43, Char Future 4, and the T103 on the enemy team all got 2 kills. When it came to base XP, yes, that's Dealer. So Dealer's got the top in 2 of the columns, just missed out on the number of kills. He got 1,230 base experience points out of that one. Second highest was Kalana, got 1,034. They were the only two who managed to get over 1,000 base, with the next highest being the 283 on our team, the Object 283, who managed to get 953 base. He fired only 13 rounds in the game, but he got 12 direct hits on the enemy, and 10 of those were penetrations. 3,573 hit points of damage, of which 1,870 were at more than 300 meters. 1 hit received, it was a penetrating shot, that was from the Conqueror, and 1 hit by way of splash damage as well. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 525 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he actually earned 13,774 credits profit. He got 25 bonds out of that game for a mission achievement, and he took away 3,690 experience points out of it as well. But best of all, he got his first ace tanker. You can tell it's the first one because he's got scrolls underneath. You only get that the first time, so well done, congratulations. I hope you enjoyed that replay. I've been sitting in my inbox for a little while. I do apologize for that, but you know, the problem is you get so many Arty replays sent in because basically we're the only channel that are actually consistently doing Arty replays from just about everyone. So they all want to get their replay done, and I try to prioritize the Arty ones because that's what everyone wants. But yes, there are still a lot of tank replays to be done, and I will get round to them as soon as I can. So I apologize to anyone who is actually waiting for their replay to be done, but they will appear eventually. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.